Good evening, my name's Charlie and I'm a very grateful alcoholic and I'm from Scotland. My sobriety date's the 30th of June 2014, which gives me 10 years and a bit of change. So I've been asked to do this video for Grapevine and to talk about, I was told to talk about a subject that was close to my heart. So I've chosen to talk about how YPAA and how I got involved in it. So I was probably about 13, 14 months sober in 2016, around about the May time. And I was sitting in a pub on a Saturday and a Friday night, and it was a bit of a crossroads in my sobriety where I thought, is this my life? Just church halls and old people? That was what I coincided with, because even back home in Scotland at 31, I felt like I was one of the youngest in the rooms all the time. So anyway, I find this meeting in the Way to Find. They stopped in time, Young People and Alcoholics Anonymous. And I went to that meeting that night and I was one of the older guys in the room. Well, there was a few older, but it was mostly young people, vibrant and fun, and enjoying their sobriety. So I was working in Scotland at the time, but the meeting was in London. So I would go down to London every weekend to go to this meeting. And it became a big part of my life. I joined the group, took the tea commitment and stuff when I could. Had to get the best tea cakes. But anyway, so through the back of that, I went to my first YPAA convention in 2017, which was in Ireland, YPAA. And after that, I went straight to, when I come back, I booked my next trip. I was to go to Akron for Founders Day. I went out to America and I'd done all this amazing stuff. But I went to my first American YPAA, which was YPAA in Florida, Tampa, Florida. And I didn't know anybody. But off the back of that convention, I got to know a lot of friends, and my circle became really wide. But when I come back, I was bonkers. I was running about the UK with a Superman cape on, thinking I was Bill Wilson, thinking I could save the world. But anyway, what was to happen was towards the end of August of that year, I was just over 3 years sober, and I had a bit of a breakdown in recovery. And I lost my job. I'd been in a terrible place, and I went to YPAA, Ohio Young People and Alcoholics Anonymous, and I met the guy who was to be my sponsor for a while through YPAA, and it was great, and Tim took me through the book in a way I was never shown before. He showed me actions, directions and verbs. And it saved my life for a long time, and I jumped about the world doing all this YPAA stuff, and it was great. But in 2017, I bid to take YPAA to Scotland. And I made a lot of mistakes throughout that bid process. I upset a lot of people. People didn't want to do it my way. And I ended up standing in Helsinki, bidding to bring this convention to Scotland, and the people of Scotland didn't want it. But over the years, the next few years, YPAA became a big part of my life, and I was able to be of service in it in Poland. I was the speaker finder and outreach and stuff like that. But we'd formed a committee before in Glasgow. And then people started to show me the right way, show me how to get involved in service, how to use the region in different areas and get the support for these people. So anyway, we were unsuccessful in Barcelona to bring it to Glasgow, and then COVID hit, and it sort of disintegrated. And towards, I think it was 2019, 2020, 2021, two of my good friends get married, and off the back of their wedding, the stag doing the wedding were absolutely brilliant, and it made me realise that I had a lot of young friends in Glasgow. And we formed another committee to bid for YPAA, and we were unsuccessful in Berlin. And again, I made a lot of mistakes. I acted like a prat, but we decided to keep going at it. And then we went out to Slovenia this year and we put the bid in. And we won the bid to finally have YPAA in Glasgow, which was absolutely brilliant, and so now I'm learning more about service. I'm learning a bit more about helping others, It's YPAA has given me many things, and I always say to people, and the people in Glasgow, if they can get half of what I've had out of young people's AE, they're on to a winner. I've been to weddings in America, weddings in the UK, through people I've met through YPAA. My life is great today because I do the right things. I went back through the steps there last year when I had a bit of a breakdown, and that was great as well. I feel that today I'm in a better place because I come to EA. I do plenty of meetings. I've got a sponsor. I try and sponsor people to the best of my ability. And then when I'm sponsoring somebody, I've got to realise that it's not about me, it's about them. This is their journey. So we've won this convention in Glasgow next year, and I think it's going to be massive. We've got a really great chance to make a difference to other people's lives. The committee are a great committee that I love them all to bits. They're great for me. They keep me in line, and keep me under control, which is quite hard because I'm quite a passionate, enthusiastic person. The last 10 years of my life, I've tried to change, and I feel like I am changing. But, without the help and support of my friends and my fellow committee members, I don't think I would have got through the last couple of years. But yeah, I'm in a very good place today. And, I hope this is, he said 7 or 8 minutes, so I hope this has sort of made sense. It's an amazing life that I get to live, a day at a time. I get to go to conventions all over the world. And I always finish with this, my favourite YPAA was, it was Vilnius, Lithuania for YPAA. And my great-grandfather was born on a boat from Lithuania to Glasgow, and he never ever got to step foot in his own country. I got to live that dream through YPAA. I've been out there twice now. It's an absolutely beautiful country, and I've got friends all over the world that I know most people in A have got their own friends around the world through different things, but with the YPAA stuff, I've got friends all over the world that if I decide I'm going to visit them, then I just send them a wee text, and you let somebody come and pick you up at the airport, and 9 times out of 10 you might get a couch for the weekend or something, or a bed sometimes, even if you're lucky, or you're fetched about and you get to go to different meetings and meet different people, and yeah, it's an incredible thing. Thank you. God bless.